Okay, I had some food, and before I whisk myself away to play some video games instead of watching people play video games, we're gonna do this. Game 3, bitches. Game 3. Alright, so. Okay. Apparently I'm done sneezing after the 1. Usually I get like 2 or something like that. Alright. Okay, so picks and bans for game 3. Ku banning LeBlanc against Goong. I guess they don't want to first pick it. They're sick of... I don't think you have to ban the Nautilus in this case. You already shown that you have the Morgana pick to basically nullify that, unless they're worried about like Duke playing that in the top lane. Najin sticking with the same Azir, Cassio ban denying Kuro, those two champions. Alright, so what we got so far. Gragas banned, so Ku is not willing to first pick it, and Najin's gonna ban Kalista. Alright, Kalista ban red side every game. I see. So, sorry, I'm reading some tweets. Okay. So, Ku pick up, Rek'Sai for wisdom. That's fine. Duke looking to pick up the Maokai with the Gragas ban, Rek'Sai taken. Looks like Sejuani is gonna come up. So, I don't understand. And then so Ku picking up. Okay, they're kind of looking at like an SKTS comp almost. With the Lulu for movement speeds and then a Sivir as well. We've seen a lot of SKT use a Lulu in the mid lane with a Sivir ADC, so it looks like Ku are trying to pick up on that actually. Very interesting. I think they. I don't know why they're not picking Juggernaut. Maybe it's just there's so much CC that it's just way too risky to play the Juggernaut. Or Kog'Maw rather. Goong does have a Kassadin pick arena open, but Zed is open, so yeah, I would shy away from that. I don't think Kuro plays Zed though when I think about it. I don't think he plays like any AD champions. I'm trying to think. None that coming to mind. Is that the young Blitzcrank? Is that the young Blitzdo? Alright, Najin once again getting pure onto Alistar. He's played it. This is the second time he's played this series. Leaving OQ's ADC pick for last. I swear to God, if it's Vayne again, I'll just be done. Probably gonna be the Gnar. Gnar and Sivir is just, it's a classic combo, really. It would carry top laner. Hecarim would also be a really good pick. Why is nobody picking Hecarim in this series? I think Smeb plays Hecarim. Alright, so they take Annie for Gorilla, and then they lock in the Gnar for Smeb. I think Hecarim would have been just fine. I don't see what's the matter with that pickup. I mean, Gnar's good and all. Unless Maokai just fucks Hecarim's day that hard in lane, which I don't think is the case. That could be it as well. Urgot is still open. Urgot just, like, says, hey, Hecarim, nope. God damn it. They fucking lose to OQ's goddamn Vayne twice. Oh my god, that's too good. It's too fucking good. I love it. Oh, there's the young soldier tweeting my stuff. Is he coming? Is he coming on board, boys? Ah, G-Lord. If that's Soldra, I have no idea. I have no idea! Watching Goon. So what we got? Yeah, you just... Yeah, no, it's not about the views, it's about building a resume, really. Like, if... Okay, here's one thing I think you can talk about whenever it comes to, like, working within, like, an esports field, okay? Always put out content, even if it's, like, not popular. Sure, you can't, like, make a career out of YouTube with it, but if you can build up, like, a resume of, like, oh, here's a bunch of analyst videos I've done where you can show yourself talking about the game, or you write about the game, you could build up this well-rounded resume with it, okay? One of the strengths I think I have when it comes to working within the scene, which has led me to be picked up by a couple different websites, that's a complete side tangent, is that ability to not only write about the game really well, but also record the gameplay clips that I need from it, pull that on over, and also talk about it comfortably on camera or with other people as well. I think that's something that has lent to my ability to do pretty okay in the scene. I'm hoping to pick up some new opportunities coming up. So that's why I always usually make a video in tandem with the article, because then, you know, people got something from, you know, people can find me on YouTube, they can find me on Twitter. I need to find other places to get that kind of out exposure. That's the word. All right, here we go. Skip on through. This is okay. This Lincoln Park 2-5 edge for me, or 2 edge 5 me. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I can't say no to the song. It's just too much fun. Anyways, alright, back to the game. So it looks like Ku with the early invade strats, yo. They're scouting for the lane swap this time. Huh, how does Vayne's Sivir play? I'm trying to break it down. Sivir can't spell shield really anything of Vayne's. She can spell shield Alistar's stuff. So that helps. I think Vayne actually has a favorable matchup against Sivir. That said, Sivir can just push Wave's face the fuck in early, and Annie as well should be able to harass plenty. I don't know. I'm running off it as a wash unless there's something I'm missing. Oh, this is really clever by OQ actually. So he knows that they got this deep invade here, so he's assuming that this is warded. So he's walking through here, and then recalling. So then Ku and Prey are looking for the 2v2.
Predictable from Najin that they would try something like that. So the lane swap is what they're going to get. Not to mention they'll luck out and get inside with the dragon control.
Yeah. Yeah, so they wanted to avoid the matchup against Sivir because Sivir can just push in Vayne, and Vayne will have a really hard time with the level disadvantage. Unless Gorilla roams like he did pointlessly in Game 1, give up the lane pressure, level advantage, all that crap. So that was really clever by Najin. I'll credit the whole team for that call. I know OQ was the one who executed the plan, but you know, you don't know if it was like his idea or the team being like, hey, you should walk there and then recall. Oh, okay. It's kind of like the looper dilemma. And here we go again. So support's just fucking up. And actually, yeah, so GE, oh yeah, Ku get, oh man, they get fucked so hard. Holy shit. Okay, that's a little bit of hyperbole. They got kerfuffled. Fucked. If they died, you know, top and jungle, then they would have been fucked so hard. We have to establish the hierarchy of being screwed over. But yeah, so Ku expecting the lane swap to come in, they started on the bottom red side, and Najin went in, scouted, and then got to mess them up, force them out of the jungle. But even then, they still got they got the Krugs, they got the red buff camp, and now they're on to blue. A little less health than they probably like, but it'll go on. Really early back from Watch, actually. Getting some wards as well, and roam for Pure. So what they want to do is that they want to actually, seeing Ku pushing the wave, they want to catch this wave. Holy moly. Wow, they are setting up Duke so well. Meanwhile, Smeb is still forced to double jungle, and Vayne still has the freeze on. Najin has just played around Duke really well in this series. TSM, take notes. I had to do that. Sorry. Dang, dude, though. Like, they caught that wave perfectly. They got the rotation, and they saw the vision, so they know that there's no way that, Wisdom and Smeb were going to be topside, you know, so Smeb's going to go bot side, try and lane against the Vayne, which Gnar can do admittedly in a lane swap scenario, which that might be a reason why Hecarim is not being seen in these particular games. It's just because, like, there's a lot of lane swaps being happening within the style, and Hecarim can be really screwed by that. But, like, if you play into a lane swap situation like Najin is doing, it doesn't really even matter. Like imagine if, like, Najin, like, had Hecarim, like, Duke on Hecarim. I don't know if Duke plays Hecarim, so I can't recall that right now. I'll admit that straight up. I haven't taken enough notes on the Najin team as it is. I usually tunnel in on one or two teams and kind of build up a sub-level of game knowledge on them, to be honest. But they're playing around that, like, he's caught all that wave of spirits. Now, again, though, like, Smeb, with his range, is going to be able just to farm it up, so... So let's see, Watch is just looking around. Okay, but Ku spot this out, and they're trying to avoid the vision on it. Okay, so they slip Gorilla in there. Wisdom is holding his position to keep track of Sejuani. Yeah, and so they're just going to have to back off that call. Pure comes down to keep on denying. Again, though, but Duke got like that huge wave that crashed into the tower. Smeb, yeah, he did some jungle farming. Ultimately, he's still a little behind. And then Wisdom steals the Raptors. That's great. That's great. Goong, man, with the mad Wisdom denial. That's funny. Even in mid, top's getting a bit of a lead. ADC is pretty even. Yeah, so standard lane swap stuff supports laning with our top laners, forgetting who the AD carry is. Well, actually, no. Pure and OQ are united as one. Oh my god, holy shit. Najin, though. Oh, Gorilla should not have flashed there. I mean, he was bone 9 waves from Sunday. Najin, like, oh. Look at the decisiveness from this. And then also just like a really good CC chaining. So Watch comes on in. I don't think they see the Rek'Sai, but it doesn't even matter because they're about to make it a 4v3. Sivir can't do anything to stop the Maokai, so he's just free to be like, hey, Sivir, peace out, bitch. Just come in the bottom lane, add the extra man down there. He's level 5, Smeb's level 3, so Smeb can't do anything. He's not close to Mega Gnar. Najin is so conscientious about playing around Mega Gnar, and that's one thing I think that why we're not seeing so much Gnar is that teams have learned to play around the Gnar, as well as the nerf to how often Gnar gets that transformation state and how long it lasts really have just like hurt Gnar's effectiveness. Now there's still some really good Gnar players and teams still do play around the Gnar well, but Najin is just, oh man, I don't think Smeb can play. If Najin continues this level of play, or if other Korean teams continue this level of play against a Gnar, I don't think they're going to be able to, that Ku is not going to be able to have Smeb run one of his best champions, which is just unfortunate. Anyways, CC chain for days. I don't know why Gorilla tried to flash there. It's just like, alright, surrender. Little girls shouldn't be flashing. No, Zenta. Yeah, I'm assuming it's Zenta because a gamer named Zen. Zentagon. Yeah, no, Zen. Wisdom is a He is a jungler on Spenu, actually, if I recall correctly. Lee did get his name changed, actually. It's just to Hojin now. But over the split, Ku Tigers picked up Wisdom to get a secondary jungler, which I think is good. I think that if you're going to pick up a substitute on that roster, it would be for the jungle, just because Lee, he's really good on the bruisers, but his tank play is just really subpar. Again, snowball maxing first Nunu, go for ganks. That's just cancer. No, he played for Incredible Miracle. Excuse me, it wasn't Spenu. Yeah, he used to play for Incredible Miracle. Yeah, he left that team in February, but Ku picked him up. Ku picked him up. So that's the deal. Wisdom is a new jungler for Ku. So, and in fact, let's see. I know in the first game they played, Lee actually lost, and Wisdom in the second game won, and they're playing him again. But Najin's playing really good. I don't know how much of it is Wisdom's fault. And he's done okay, but I think he needs to work on his vision control. So anyways, yeah, so that now they're going to get this early tower. Najin's just going to snowball this, which is really dangerous because quite a bit of tankiness and damage coming out on their side. But again, we have to keep this in mind, okay? Like, while OQ is, like, getting, like, these early kills on Devane, it's really through the facilitation of his team and Watch doing that. It's not like, you know, OQ is styling on kids. I don't think that Devane has to be a pickup here. I think you could do any late game carry and it would work out almost as well. The one thing that Vayne does uniquely contribute to that other that some carries don't would be that hard CC. You know, so, like, that stun on the Gorilla. That's just like another little thing that she gets. Anyway, so now they're going to rotate Sivir down to pick up that CS and send Gnar into the top lane, which in turn is just only going to leave the OQ and Pure lane to continue to deny Smeb and to continue to rough him up. I think that Ku should have moved Prey up top, but I suppose if they did that, though, then they would be giving up Dragon Control, whereas now it's like, okay, if Najin commit to top side, at least our bottom lane is here so we could do Dragon. I think that's got to be the thought process here. But you can't let these early towers keep on going down. It looks pretty clear to me right now that like, Ku has no vision right here, you know. So they got vision on Dragon side, but I think that after that hugely aggressive play on bot side, okay, we're talking like Watch walking in, he drops a trinket, then suddenly Maokai's teleporting in. I think it's safe to say at this point that Ku should really be focusing on keeping these towers up and preventing Najin from just, like, snowballing this game. So anyways, here you go. Pure's like, get under your tower, bitch. Yeah, so they just give up this tower for free. And now they're rotating Oak or Prey before it's way too late. Ku is just not responding to these lane swaps very well. And now with this rotation, Goong just gets free damage on the mid tower. Jeez Louise. Ku's lane swap phase, man. Which, again, they're not really like this forward aggressive early game team that wins the early game super hard, but like I don't think that you can come back from deficits. You know, good teams who can snowball really hard against such weak early game play, you know. More and more I'm beginning to think that the GE Tigers, to refer to their spring name, was more of a product of a mastery or innovation of the meta rather than being like an elite level team, even though they played really well. But it seems like the champion just threw them well, because ever since Cinderhole came out, Lee went to shit, and then they've been struggling with a bunch of picks ever since. So let's see this one. But here we go, boys. Another long-ass game. Yeah, Wisdom spotting them out. Yeah, look at this. Like, Najin is just so tower focused right now, which is great, because then you can keep this down. Ku doesn't have a lot of wave clear, unless, you know, you got the Lulu for a bit, you got the Sivir for some. Okay, Smeb responding with a teleport. They're going for a dive. Let's see how this plays out. Goong with the ultimate. Smeb. There's Kuro trying to pick up stuff. But yeah, so they traded 2 for 1 so far. They're trying to get onto OQ. Yeah, again, they're just going in and really punishing Smeb's choice of Gnar, because also he wasn't level 6 there, to be fair. So like, even if he had any other champion, he didn't have an ultimate to work with. But yeah, they are really focused on denying Smeb. You know, again, they've gone to the lanes where Smeb is, and then just fucking Royale fucked it. Except in this case, then Preyo's up here. But they're diving these towers, they're getting this early ejected out, and they're snowballing this late game hyper carry into a really good state. You know, if you have that snowball, then you could siege pretty okay with that. I mean, you got some wave clear with the Ahri, that's basically it. So getting these early towers before the wave clear from Lulu and Sivir actually comes on in, I'm just putting this together right now, my thoughts are a little scatterbrained. This is actually really good, because before the Sivir can ramp up, get enough wave clear to really stall out the sieges, as well as at Lulu, they're getting these towers really early. Najin understands. This is really good play. They're understanding what Ku's composition can do, and then completely playing against it, and they're getting a Dragon off of that. Holy shit. This is what people were expecting from Najin, I think, in spring. So yeah, Najin playing the long game. Najin playing the long game, boys and girls. It was the great con. It was the great con. It was we'll let GE take spring, but then we'll take words. Some shit like that. They're playing really well. Watch is doing okay. Okay, so yeah, Vayne closing in on that Blue Rune King. It's so weird to see recurve blow with the recurve blow. Okay. Again, English too hard. English too hard. Just in case Zenta didn't get that. With everything that sets me back. Anyway, so yeah, and now they're just constantly rotating, like now they're trying to keep up with where Najin's applying pressure, but oh my god, Najin's getting so much damage on these towers. Because it's like Prey and Gorilla are trying to rotate to keep up to where OQ and Pure are going, and that's causing these really awkward recall times, and there's another tower. Oh my god, Najin is just destroying this early game. Some CS lead for Sivir, but it doesn't matter when you have 2 towers and a kill under your Vayne, and 2 assists. What are you gonna do? Well, like, what are you gonna fucking do? What are you gonna do? Jump the fuck up, but not yet. A little bit of a Slipknot reference. Speaking of which, today is the 5-year anniversary of the death of their original bassist, Paul Gray. So, it's a bit of a sad day. Sad times. But I get to see them this summer, and I get to go meet Corey Taylor in his solo show, so I'm super amped for that shit. Anyways, what can I find? God, a light sneeze. Without you, white knuckle, I blame you. Oh, God. Alright, so let's see. They're moving, keeping up the pressure. Like, right now, Najin is pretty ahead, so they can kind of just continue to exert the pressure. Here we go. Who did that go to? Watch? It looks like he got it. Yeah, Sejuani had one earlier. There's no way that Watch got, like, Najin's red buff anyway. So yeah, now they're invading, harassing, and again, like, with this pressure... Okay, if you looked in the last game, actually, like, Najin is really good at, like, applying their vision control where it's appropriate, too, if you think about it. In the last game, when you looked, their vision was all along the riverbed, okay? But in this one, with this 2,000 gold lead, alright, and them diving towers, they're exerting their pressure deeper into Ku's territory. They understand how deep they can go in with their vision at the right moments, in the right situations, which is a really good sign from this team. Pure and Watch, their collaboration on the vision has been really good. They're dropping a hot mixtape, and it's called True Vision. There we go. Lighten up your red. Excuse me while I light up the red. Ward up the red. There we go. That's the official remix. 1,000-foot crutch, light it up, make it ward up the red. Ward up red. Or light up the sky. There we go. Light it up. Light up the red. Light up the sky. Warm up the red. We got it, boys. And, oh, man. See, this is what, like, Najin needed to do, like, at this point in the last game with what they had going on. You know, like, get these hour towers down super quick and force Ku down before the caster can, you know, become the monster that he is, before Corki is able to touch the towers. And instead, it was taking them, like, till 20 minutes to finally take towers. And now it's 15 minutes in, they're putting pressure on the mid tower, and it's a last standing hour tower. This is what they needed to do in the last game. And, like, the complete adaptation in the early game strategy, just really good. Smith missed a CS. He's tilting. That'd be some fucking Redditor's analysis and shit of this. Let's see. And now they're just farming. Oh man, Wisdom. Wisdom was just like, this is not what I signed up for. Alright, he smites it. Thanks for the leash, boys. Dragon's up in 54 seconds, so they're recalling. Alistair has a Sightstone, so he's going to get that refreshed. Vayne's got a Zeal. Ari already with a Morella Nomicon and Abyssal Scepter at 60 minutes in. Lulu just on a oh my god, that's disgusting. That's just mainly from the towers. And how cheap Morella is compared to Athene's, I suppose. And also, Koro did get sorcery shoes, so that's like another couple. That's like 1,100 gold he sank into that. What was that gold value? Yeah, only 200 gold between, or 500, excuse me. That's the towers come into play for you. And the one kill. Okay, teleports up for top laners, dragging up in 10 seconds. Najin, actually Ku's got the advantage in vision control. No, Najin does. Excuse me, I mislooked. This ward is not in the pit. This pink right here is not in the pit for Ku. So yeah, they're just trying to scope it on now. Both teams don't really want to commit to it because there is a lot of engage on Ku's side. So like if they get onto Vayne, they can just stun lock her, keep her down. They do need some true vision though to keep her up. So they need like a pink in their inventory or something to catch her out when she pops her ulti. Najin's just gonna back up. Oki's gonna collect bottom lane farm. Smeb's gonna keep rushing top side, which is good. That way, if he and Duke have the teleport down, Duke will be losing some CS. Okay, yeah, now you can see that Ku's trying to respond by taking these towers. But, you know, this is a Sivir who's got good wave clear, but her sieging is pretty subpar because she has to get so close to the tower. So, like, again, if there was a Corki here with this power spike, this would be some, like, this would be a good time from Ku. But with Sivir, it's more about the wave clear than the tower damage. That's with the Ricochet auto attack reset. I mean, you know, that's a try win, so that's fine. But it's not a Corki Trinity Force Q auto R auto. All right, watch with the ultimate. Najin trying to do this dragon. Duke teleporting in first. Holy. Smeb? That is such a late TP. Holy shit. God damn it. I hit the backspace. Okay, so they start dragon. Smeb is in base. What is he waiting for? Is the team just like not deciding like where he should go? His team gets hit by a Sejuani ultimate, all four of them. Alistar is coming in. Duke completes his teleport. And now he starts teleporting in. There's like no really good spot for him to enter for sure. But holy shit. Good knock up from the Lulu ultimate on them. Dragon is hitting pretty much everybody at this point. OQ is like at full health, like no damage is even able to get onto him. He's getting chunked right now. Prey, oh wow. Prey with the crits. Oh my gosh, this is why the game goes so long. Wow. Okay, I need to look at that again. Prey crit a lot in that fight. How many times did he fucking crit? Okay, so there's Prey. So he gets Sejuani ulted. Goon comes over the wall. Prey doesn't get hit by the spells. Kuro's giving him... Good, he's giving him the shields. Okay, so Prey's moving back in with the team. Team's disengaging. So both AD carries have full health right here. I did poor job of tracking both AD carries. So Duke is going on to Gorilla. So there's a lot of focus being placed onto the support. Which, like, Anna's already got her combo out. That's whatever. Smeb comes on in. He's forced to leave, though. Gets way too chunked. And Prey's at full health. Good boomerang bling. He picks up Pure once his ultimate wears off. There's a crit. There's a second crit. 2 crits in a row. There's a third one, but Ari was dead at that point. 2 crits in a row onto OQ. That's just rough. How many crits does he get in that fight with a fucking Infinity Edge? Yeah, it looks like just those 3 crits. Maybe a couple more earlier. But yeah, those crits really turned around the fight. But Prey's positioning was also really good. Like, he just got completely out of there. I think Goong missed the Q rather than Prey dodged it. Prey had the spell shield up, and then Goong, he was already moving fast enough. Able to kite around the outside of that fight, and Smeb was kind of like, hey, I'm kind of here. He got some assists for that. Yeah, but Kuro kept alive. Wisdom and Gorilla did their jobs, pretty much. They just took some damage. But yeah, Prey, man, making the saves like, bitch, what you doing? So that gives him like 2,000 gold. What's Monty's take?
See the Glacial Prison come in. Gorilla, ooh, that was actually a waste of the Wild Growth right there. He does get the Timbers down, but he would have gotten that down without the Wild Growth as well. So Duke goes in, but then Prey here actually hitting a big boomerang blade and getting some pretty nice crits. That crit was absolutely clutch. Both of those crits on the vein. A little bit lucky, and Prey able to clean up Ari as well.
Thank you, Monty. Saying crits are clutch is like... saying crits are clutch is like... I'm trying to think of a really good analogy here. Is like crediting a player for a random lightning strike taking out the best member of the enemy team. Like, that's like all I can say. Yeah, no, like if there was a time for those crits to happen, that was the time. So, really hellishly lucky. Yeah, really hellishly lucky. Holy shit. That's how that goes. Honestly, I hope what happens with a crit chance is that Riot takes what Ashe's passive is right now, where, you know, she gets the permafrost slow, and then she just gets extra damage in a case, and they go through every champion's kit, okay, and then they figure out a way to get like that kind of a damage modifier onto them, okay, and then you get that constant, like, and then you get the extra damage, like they always crit, but it's at for a lesser amount, and the more crit chance you build, the stronger the damage gets. I would honestly like to see that on every single champion, or rather more how crit chance works in the game. Like, move that passive to the items, you know? So, I think that would be a really good way of doing it. Moving that kind of a passive to the items. I think you'd have to give Ashe, like, a whole new passive if you did that, though, because it'd be like, oh, well, what's the point? Oh, geez, yeah, OQ just going off, doing vain things. Poor Wisdom. But yeah, Wisdom pretty much out of position. Like, his team is mid and top. He just wants to farm his jungle, but like, he doesn't have any of this warded. There's no defensive wards around there, so that's the bigger overarching issue. Again, Najin's vision control in the bottom side around Dragon in the first 30 minutes of the game is really good. They played really well with the vision in there, get it set up, and I mean, it's all good. Meanwhile, Goong falling for the bronze 5 tactic of the pink warden lane. I'm just firing shots. But yeah, damn, Prey came up huge in that fight. He had really good positioning. He landed really good skill shots, and he got lucky enough to get the crits. Then instantly realizing what he was getting, he went for it. So Ku climbing back in after a good team fight. Smet picked up some assists as well. I do think that Ku, though, are going to have to get some early sweepers just so they can keep track of Vayne in fights. Oh, here comes the wave clear. Extra support. Pretty standard. Ku's vision is drifting up towards the left side, but they're not able to get it as deep a vision into Najin's jungle. That's just because, again, it's a pretty precarious spot for them, and they're not really... Wisdom and Gorilla, I have to watch them more closely, I suppose, but they're not doing too... I don't think they're roaming too well together. There are some vision on the blue side for Najin, or for Ku, and Najin's blue. They're going to retaliate here with the mid tower, but Prey's going to try and take bottom tower in the meanwhile. So they traded towers, but Ku got 2, Najin got 1. Once again, all the outer towers down in the game for both sides. Trading really well on that. Don't mind me. Bit of a red invade going on for Ku. Actually, why am I doing it like that when I can do it like this? Oh, that's why. Either way, Breaking Benjamin. Okay, so they get the red buff. Or, who got it? Okay, no, Watch did. But yeah, so Ku poke their heads in, they try and get a red buff steal, doesn't work out, and then they don't leave any wards behind. I think they already expended their wards, to be fair, but whenever Najin goes on in, like, okay, like, look at this. Okay, so, you know, OQ and Pure split up. Just kind of looking for stuff. Yeah, but like they're able to get such deeper vision, and of course they do know that Wisdom is on top side, but their reaction to positioning of where Ku members are, while and then using that to get vision is really good. It's like you showed here. Okay, we're gonna go in there and get vision. All right, next dragon fight. Holy! And there you go, deep vision. Deep vision, man. What's really funny is that Najin are going for these huge engages where everybody's collapsing on against Ku's composition, which is... That's what that comp is designed to do. Gnar, Rek'Sai, Sivir, Lulu, Annie, that comp runs at your face and dumps all their shit and kills you. And Najin, without even a Righteous Glory at this fucking point, is doing that better than they are. Look at this beast engage. Look at this, beautiful. Alright, so Maokai's in base, he's got the TP. I think they just saw Meganar. You know, Koro's showing mid lane, so they know that, okay, there's no wild growth, no shields here. Alistar's right there. Wisdom steps up. Wisdom and Watch and Pure, man, are just fucking all over. And then, you know, they just jump over the wall, go right onto Prey and Gorilla, and they just butt-fuck them. There is no other phrase. That is just butt-fucked. That is going in dry, man. Sad Prey is sad. Anyway, so, yep, and then they play towards their vision rather than going to the rather unwarded Baron side for them. Which Ku's vision over Baron has always been good, but the Najin never plays that side of the map. They're always more around the dragon. Ku is misapplying their vision several times. Either it's because they're not prioritizing the correct ones, or they're misreading what Najin will prioritize. Yeah, Najin's really far ahead. OQ has been okay, but again, like, fucking, when you have it engaged like that from your support in your jungle, it's so easy to go to town. But, like, with all that CC and that lockdown, Vayne just gets fucking free roam. But you have to, it's like, you have to play around the Vayne more than, you know, you just pick Vayne and then you stomp kids. You have to really play around it. But Najin has so far shown that they can do that pretty well. Alright, so Ku going for the blue steal. Trying to get some vision in there. Kuro's like, mine. Then Najin are moving in, picking up vision onto the Baron a little bit. But they got so many wards to clear out. They gotten some down. They got pretty good wards in the mid lane. One on the flank. Okay, Smeb's nearing Meganar, so Najin probably won't make a play. Alright, Praise channeling his inner bang. Getting all the shields and stuff. Which actually, that's a very condescending statement, because GE Tigers fucking invented Juggermoth's to play style. You know, it's like Prey ran up to the enemy line with Lulu shields on him before it was cool. You know, and then, you know, then Bang goes to MSI, emulates that style a little bit. Not necessarily like a Juggermoth composition. SKT had its own flavor, but the principle of the style borrowed from the GE Tigers' Juggermoth. Okay, so second tip of the red steel. Does Watch get it? Nope, okay. So Ku are trying to press a bit of, exert some pressure down. Lulu's got the Rod of 8, or Rabadon's, jeez Louise, though. Goong has got 3 items. Prey, though, is pretty even in items with OQ, but you look at the farm differential as well as the even split in kills, that's expected. But Prey does need a Silver Sash, actually. There's so much lockdown that he just needs it. Yeah. Right here, this would be a really good situation for Juggernaut to be in. You could be poking them, you could be harassing them, but instead you get the Sivir who just isn't able to do as much. Now, I think that Ku could have done a Juggernaut. If you got their hands on Lulu, I don't know why they're not playing it. Unless it's just, again, like, Sivir at least has a spell shield, Kakma doesn't. And they wanted to give Smeb Gnar. Okay. Alright, now Ku have been able to get some vision into that deeper jungle. Dragon's up at 41, though. Okay, so if Ku wants this next dragon, which they do, they should be rotating players down there to get vision set up. They got Gnar on bottom side. But already, Pure's moved in just a little bit ahead. He's got some vision already. Alright, so Ku getting some down. Okay, good. Ku moved in. They got the position up on the dragon. Only one issue with that, though, is that if they clump in the pit, like Sejuani and Alistar is just gonna CC them and wreck their shit. So they can't actually like start it. Meanwhile, Najin are just gonna push mid in a little bit. There's Smeb, almost Meganar. So if they want something, they better get it quick. Okay, there they go. They have the Meganar. They're trying to play with it. Out. Oh, really good so far. There you go, Smeb. Okay, so Wisdom will die first, looks like. Ult on Pure. Maokai's ult is up. There's not a single ultimate that can be used right now. It's all down. Okay, OQ is at full health. Prey is received a lot of spells. He's trying to rip through them. Okay, so it's a 1 for nothing so far. Pure barely making it out, as well as Duke. How'd that fight go? So Gorilla gets this stun right here, but unfortunately there's no follow-up onto it. Like, here's your one shot to get Vayne and the Ahri at the same time. I don't think OQ even cleansed it. I think it's just like, damn, close, man. Pure gets a knock-up onto 2 people. Wild Growth is used onto Prey, that's good. And then he flashes out, that's fine. Gnar gets a really good ultimate as well. But then I just don't think there's really like enough damage. Yeah, Prey wasn't able to get off enough damage. He didn't have a Last Whisper yet, I think. That probably would have been enough to get him a couple extra kills. But now, are Ku really going to try and do Dragon without a jungler? They're going to go for it, but Najin's going to look to answer with a Baron play. Yeah, Smeb does have teleport. So they're going to take that. Prey, Gorilla are on the way. Lulu's got Home Guard and Whimsy to try and do something. Gnar's teleporting way out. Why would you teleport that far away? Holy shit. Why didn't you just teleport right there? Unless he's worried about instantly getting turned on before backup arrives. That's 2 flashes out of them, okay, but really good call from Najin, knowing that they can take Baron right there. Still, Q has an opportunity right now with Sivir's wave clear to push mid, take that tower before they have to deal with these super minions, but OQ is going to read it. And they're not going to go for it. Baron recall's too strong. Okay, I misread that. Still, at least Ku got that second dragon. It's preventing Najin from, like, just becoming undefeatable. And, you know, it's like, basically at this point, they're going to need that extra damage in the 5th dragon. Najin's vision around mid. Holy shit. And then now they gotta, now with the Baron buff and Ahri's wave clear, they can just go up to towers, start taking them. Smeb stocking up his stuff. Once again, Ku's side wave control's coming in. They got a pretty big wave in top side, but looks like Duke's just gonna back and deal with that. He's got TP after all. And home guard. Is he going to go to the wave, or no, he's going to go in with the home guard flank. Here they come, boys. Wisdom immediately responds. Does a really good Rek'Sai ult. Cuts off the Duke. Cuts off the Duke. Oh, wow. Prey is so far up. He got the Sejuani, but why is he out there? Oh, he gets fucking... He gets headbutted in. He stepped way too close to Pure. He should have been moving way away from him. Smeb does get the ult into tower. Pure's ultimate's gonna wear off. Okay, so there's a kill. So they traded 2 for 2 so far. They're gonna get another one. Koro, bloodthirsty. Yeah! There you go. Oh, wow. Oh, Goong. He played that really well. Kiting back. So he gets knocked up. Duke and Goong, man. They played this fight really well. Gets the true damage proc onto Wisdom instantly, and then just kills Lulu with Foxfire. But in the meantime, though, their top tower is getting chipped for free. They won't lose it, though. Yeah, so they get on a Smeb. He's forced to E out in order to stack up his rage. Builds it up. He doesn't get either carry under tower with the ulti, which is unfortunate. Lulu's gonna get the lenses. Flashes the charm. What a god. But then Goong just fucking answers it. He's like, okay, bitch. Good shield from Koro. Duke forces him back. And then they just CC lock Wisdom long enough, and then Koro finally comes up. But did he have a shield? I don't think he did. Yeah, Goong, man. He turned that from a coup turnaround into a Najin win. Okay, there's a Silver Sash for Prey. Good, he needs it. Makai's got most of his items complete. He's got 3 items, Nar's got 1. That's Tower and Baron helping them out. Also, I think price. Yeah, I think Righteous Glory is fairly cheap. Unless I'm wrong. Lulu's working on a Lich Bane next, which is good. Movement speed will just be nice for her, and then also it's going to help her do damage to towers. Kind of help out the siege that Ku's lacking in terms of damage to towers. They got good wave clear. Where are Ku's wards? Holy shit. Every time I look, it's like reactively placed. And then Najin's not there, and they're useless. Meanwhile, Najin always has mid lane like lit up. Oh, wait. Fuck me, dude. I just realized Najin's red side. Okay, Ku's got mid lane vision. Ku's got the Baron vision. Ku's got Dragon vision. Ku, that's all Ku's warding. Holy shit! I think I've been crediting the wrong team the whole fucking game. Am I a scrub or what? I was praising Najin's vision control in the last game. Unless I swap the colors again. Use Louise, Colin, get it together. Yeah, Ku always has mid lane warded then. I remember again being right about the deep vision at least though. That you can't take that away from me. Yeah, so you're like here. Fast Gnar. He's like, rawr, meow. Get some free damage. And again, Ku's side wave control. They got these waves crashing in, and why they're pushing up mid. They just do a really good job with that. Okay, Baron's back up. I might have skipped a little bit, but it's fine. Blue Steel, that's good. Keep that off of Goong. They see Maokai bot, but he's got teleport. They'll fade to Baron, but no. Oh my god, they missed that ward. Alright, Pink. Ku got the vision around Baron. Looking to play with that. Yeah, Ku needed a vision control like this around Dragon earlier on. Meanwhile, Sivir sitting on like 2,000 gold. Prey just wants to... I'd say get the BT. You don't need the Mercurial Scimitar first. Or actually Blade the Rune King would be fine. You got the Sejuani and the Maokai who are just have so much health. Okay, there you go. Prey. Classic Juggernaut trick. All those keeping him alive. Finally gets out the flash. Just like there's so much CC, they just kept him down for so long. He's forced to circle back around. Yeah, so that guy, they got completely screwed. That would be why. Okay, if you look at that fight, actually, I think this is very revealing on as to why Ku did not play with Kog'Maw. Although I do have a counterpoint to this. Okay, Prey playing this far forward with the Lulu shields on him, that's like classic Juggernaut tactic, okay? Going up ahead, hitting the enemies, harassing them, and then, you know, fading back into his team, okay? Here, he gets CC'd, and it lasts for, like, fucking ever. And then he's forced to be back on disengage. Now, the only counterpoint I have for this, okay, is that Sivir has a range of 500. Kog'Maw, when you have Biocane and Barrage active, has 710 range. He would not be close enough for that engage to be as effective as it was, and also his poke would be much better because he has a % health shred when the Arcane is active. I honestly think that Ku could have gone with a Juggernaut here. With how they're playing this style, Kog'Maw would have been a much better fit for it. Instead, they're playing with Sivir, and I mean, it's doing okay, but dude, if they had Victor to play with, because you have to keep in mind Victor's still fucking disabled, which is stupid as hell. Like, he's been disabled for like what, 3 patches now? If Kuro could play Victor, he'd be on. You could put him on that. You could put Smeb on the Lulu and then have a Kog'Maw. Boom. Perfect. Anyways, boys, 9 minutes to go. Najin gets another Baron, and now it's just time to steamroll through that base and just decimate. Yep, pretty much right. Prey's just off, split pushing on the side. He's like, nope. Nope. A lot of people liking Witcher 3. Almost making me want to buy it, but I think I'm playing through some Red Dead Redemption right now. Alright, this should be Najin's dragon. Ku's got some vision set up around it. See him reading it right this time. Smeb has TP. Koro desperately trying to protect his tower. Oh, okay, so his first Aether went to Luden's Echo, and now he's getting a Lichbane. Okay, they're going for a pick on a Duke while he's somewhat isolated. Smeb's using his time to stack Meganar. Forced to go out. It just takes so long for him to ramp up. Jeez. Okay, but they do get a pick. So, Ku gets to do what their comp always wanted to do. It's only the support, though. That's going to level up the siege. And it's actually probably going to give them this dragon if they can get in and get the burn down quickly enough. They got enough wards. Yeah, that's actually really huge. This gives Ku a window into the game. So this is a pretty close game. Now they just got to recall and deal with the super minions in their base. Really good. Luden's Echo is a really good pickup for Kuro. Jesus, pray. 400 CS. Annie's really poor right now. Honestly, she should have sold Spell Thief and picked up a coin just to get the constant gold generation from minions dying around her. So this is where the game kind of stalls for a little bit. Probably gonna hold off until Baron and Dragon are objectives to be contested. Pretty big gold values coming in though. I can't wait for 5.9. Simply because Cinder Oak nerfs. I want to see a little more Bruiser play. Not to say I want Bruiser to retake back their old mantle. I'm just tired of tank junglers having the mantle of what the fucking Bruisers had, and then everyone being like, oh, it's a diverse meta. Fuck you. It's like there's no change in the jungle, aside from champion names. The jungle is 4 fucking picks, just like it was before. Sure, top lane is really diverse right now. Mid lane's pretty diverse right now as well. I gotta give you that. Is it because that, hey, there's this tank meta coming on? Sure, maybe. Oh, he missed that ward. Oh, well, they all reveal themselves killing it. Once again, though, Ku's got a huge side waves coming up as Najin groups. Baron's up in 30, though. And Najin, and again, once Ku loses the threat of Mega Gnar, they really have to just kind of mellow out. Okay, listening to this Theory of a Deadman song, I can finally hear the lead singer for Daughtry, Chris Daughtry, in the right ear. Alright, ooh, this is the game-ending fight. God, I wish I had a higher quality look at this, because this is just fucking garbage. Hello, esports, why you do this? Okay, there's Praying Gorilla, Gung, and Pure going there, OQ. Oh, Prey gets lit and punted right in. Immediate cleanse and flash. Oh man, his reaction time is so incredible. Tibbers finally goes down. Kills Goong. 1-2-1. OQ's at full health. Prey's like dead. Smeb's like, fuck. I'm back at Xenix. Or whatever fucking team he played for, that just, like, was garbage. 1-3-10, Smeb. 1-3-10, 3-2-8 Kuro. Wisdom, he got caught a couple times. Prey tried his damnedest. Yeah, GG Najin. So Najin had a really great early game. Obviously, they kept keeping Smeb down, giving Duke huge leads, so that they have a really strong front line to play around. They took all the other towers they needed to. Prey got really lucky in that one dragon fight early on. That brought Ku back into the game. But then Najin were able to get some really important picks. Plenty of CC just to completely mess them up. So, yeah. This is all really good. Peanuts like hell gonna do that next. So, anyways, that's that. Overall, really good play from Najin. Ku, I think, has a couple issues that they need to surpass. Anyways, so thank you guys for watching this. These will be up on YouTube a little later. Take